BookTube, this is the Poetry Challenge tag.
I got my ticket for the long way round.
If you don't know Brock from over at Let's Read, then you need to have some Brock in your life because he is wonderful. He's funny and his editing skills are just phenomenal. He is so good. He loves sci-fi and fantasy, and he always has great things to say about the books that he reads, and it's always in a really inventive way. So he's such a pleasure to watch. Well, he did this tag, and he tagged me. I can't believe he tagged me. That was so nice. And this is a really interesting tag. It is all about creating poems, or creating a poem from the first lines in a book that you choose. So when he did this tag, I commented and I said, you know, I can't believe you've tagged me, and I'm going to use a book of poems to do this tag. And he said, oh, that'd be fun, change it up. So I went back through and looked at all my poetry books, and I settled on this one. This is the complete poems of Winnie-the-Pooh by A.A. Milne, because who doesn't love Winnie-the-Pooh? And I thought, these are simple little poems, and a lot of them are written in kind of a column format where you only have a couple of words on each line. So I thought that will work. That will be good. So there are rules, which, rules, I hate rules. But I am going to adhere to these rules because this is a complicated tag and it's kind of tricky to get it all right. Okay, first of all, you have to pick a book that you love. Got it? Then you have to pick some numbers so that they are coordinates for the page. They're basically page numbers. You go to those pages in the book, and then you read the first line off of each page. Then you write a poem that describes you from each line using those words. Okay, here's the sticky part. You don't have to use every word, but you can't use any other words. And you can't use a word more than once unless it shows up more than once. Oh my goodness. So, okay. You know what? Let's just try this thing. Okay, page 6 says, John had. Now we go to page 16. This is from the poem Brownie. In a corner of the bedroom is a great big curtain. Page 59. Let's see, 59, which says, I didn't really. Okay, then page 67, first two numbers of my phone number. Okay. The doctor came back, and to show what he meant, okay, meant is on the next line, but I don't know, maybe I'll just, because I'm going to stick with the whole, only the first line. The doctor came back, and to show what he, 7, is from a poem called The Christening. What shall I call? And then 28, 27, 28. I had nothing. Page 13. Oh, I just went past it. There we go. Oh, this will be good. This is from a poem called The Four Friends. Ernest started trumpeting and cracked his manger. Ernest is an elephant. I love that this book has all these great illustrations. And 18, because that's how many books I can fit on my iPod. Okay, this is from a poem called Nursery Chairs. One of the chairs is South America. Last one is 109, which is, oh my gosh, embarrassingly the number of books on my TBR shelf. And that's just print. Let's see. Okay, some of these pages in between the collections aren't numbered, so looks like page 109 is an illustration. So I'm going to go with this page, which is page 108. And the first line is, slipped out of some other book by mistake on page whatever it is. Okay, those are all of my first lines. I will print those out on paper, and then I'll cut all the words apart, and then I'll see what I can come up with in terms of a poem about me. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I had a great big book and didn't really show by mistake, whatever it is, chairs. I suppose that describes me about the best I can do given the words I had. So, you know, I'm glad I finally got this done. I recorded the first part of this video a couple of months ago when it was cold outside, and these cut up pieces of words have been sitting on this little kind of an ottoman, and every time my husband comes in here, he thinks I'm writing a ransom note. Which I think is hilarious. So that is the poetry tag, such as it is. This is a hard tag to do, so I'm only going to tag one person. So I will do that at the end of the video. And that's it for now for me. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.
When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk. You're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm